Welcome to a brand new season of Ridgebacks men's soccer in the second game of tonight's doubleheader. I'm your man on the call, Sean McLeod. And it's shaping up to be a rainy one as the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks take on the always game York Lions. Ball out for a touch quickly. Lions ball. Zakowski there gets his head on it. Skeeter looking to run it down. And a collision there in the midfield. This game's off to a hot start. Brooks. Principato. Irwin. Zakowski. Lions working the far side of the field. Looks like the Ridgebacks have it. Brooks puts it in front of the net. A brief moment of danger passes quickly. And don't be surprised if you see a lot of people sliding around out there. It's not raining as much now. I believe it may have even stopped. But the rain was coming down quite heavily at the end of the women's game. Begley. Back to Zakowski. Irwin loses it. Brooks. Zambis puts it out. And I believe that's out for a goal or a corner kick. Begley deals with that one. Out for another corner kick. Ball well struck. And no problem for Matilla as he snatches it out of the air. Zakowski. Mateo Marquez battling for it on the far side. Mua. Back to Brooks. Back to Mua. Back to Matilla. What looked to be a promising first attack for the Ridgebacks. Foils quickly. Zakowski. Into Skeeter, but just wide. The Lions looking to set up an attack of their own end. Brooks. Justin Irwin keeps it in bounds. Zakowski challenging. Principato running it up the right-hand side. And it is out. for a throw-in. Ridgeback ball. A lot of debate over that call happening down on the coach's side of things. Irwin. Campoli was there for it. Irwin again. Skeeter plays it off his ankle. Campoli on the run. Well struck by Quentin Walcott, but just high of the bar. Lions setting up on the far side of the field. The Ridgebacks are pressing them. They're playing tight. Free kicks for the Lions. Attila kicks it out of bounds. Begley defending it. Attila gets his boot on it and gets it way downfield. Out into the crowd. And it is worth noting that even with all of the rain today, and an eventful end to the women's game, there's still a sizable crowd here at Vassos Field. Throwing for the Ridgebacks. And a loud collision on the far side. That's Christopher Campoli. And he's lucky to maybe not come away with a booking there. Mua sends it off to Brooks. Goes deep to Dunas. And it's out for a goal kick. Attila to Begley. Back to Matilla. Justin Irwin is there to find the ball. And Christopher Campoli was making a run at it, but it was just a bit too powerful on the touch. And that looked like it had teeth if he was able to get there for it. Brooks on the throw-in. Zukovsky. Out for a touch, Ridgeback ball. Irwin isn't quite able to make something out of it as it goes out for Lions ball. And it feels like the ball is just going a bit far on the touch on these Ridgeback passes so far, which could come down to the rain that came down earlier, making things a bit slippery. A through ball stuffed out by the Lions. Zimbassis. Great deflection there by Zukovsky. Back to Brooks. Rafasami. Christopher Campoli. Skeeter on the run. And he almost had that. That was a great tackle to break that one up. Skeeter, of course, the Campus Cup hero, scored the final goal in the last 2 minutes of the game against the Durham College Lords to take that doubleheader. Marquez. And a big collision on the far side of the field as Walcott is down. And I would not be surprised to see a booking come out of that. Good to see Walcott walk that off. And nothing comes of it. Brooks. Begley. Threw Rafasami's legs, and he wished he had that one back. Irwin fighting hard for it. What a ball of energy he's been tonight. He's been all over the ball when it's on that side of the field. Zukovsky. Out to Irwin. Back to Zukovsky. Marquez. Skeeter on the run. Broken up. The Ridgebacks were threatening for that one. But that's out from Zemos. Marquez. Back to Zukovsky. Puts it into Justin Irwin. Just isn't able to get it all on it as it goes out for a goal kick. Campoli looked like may have had a shot at it. Goes back to Zemos. And of course, the question for the Ridgebacks this year is with Fatty Salback gone over in Ukraine playing professional football, who's going to pick up the goal scoring capabilities? Might be Skeeter. He's playing out in front. Might be Neal, might be Walcott. Campoli, you have options. Irwin gets it to Campoli. Campoli with a touch. And Skeeter isn't able to make anything of it. Back to Zemos. Begley gets under that one. And Matilla. Marquez. Campoli. A free kick coming for the Ridgebacks. Ball comes in. Skovsky to Rafi. Ridgebacks looking to find a line of attack right now. As we enter the 16th minute of competition here. And boy, it's been even. The Ridgebacks are holding their own here. And they have big expectations for this year. Rafisami puts it on net. That might have been a 45-yarder. The Lions looking to set up. Simmons. Bagley. Campoli. Perovic gets it back. Rafi puts it into the box, but no real threat to Zimos. Back to Zimos. Puts it over to the near side of the field. Brooks. Irwin. And a questionable call. The Lions were not happy about that one. Zukovsky keeps it in play. Rafisami. Rafi, such a strong player, keeps on his feet there, takes the bump and keeps on going. And the Lions coaches are still going at it down there. Nice appreciation shown by the home crowd here at Vassos Field. It goes out for a Ridgebacks ball. Marquez. Out to Justin Irwin. Gets it in just behind. I believe that was Perovic. Zukovsky. It's a physical game developing here. Zambis gets it into the middle. It looks like that's out. And Rafi was discussing how that might have been a yellow card. Should probably count himself lucky for not getting one. Campoli. Back to Marquez. Marquez finds Walcott. And it looks like we may have an injury. And Zambastis looks like he's walking it off. Just a brief stoppage in play. You play it forward. Campoli hits him in the back. Lions developing. Simmons with the ball. Unable to get it in. That's out for a corner. Begley again. He's been big on these corner attempts. That's two of them that he's been able to get his head on. Crisis averted for the Ridgebacks. Zukowski. Looking for Skeeter deep, isn't able to find him. Simmons with the through ball, looking for Zambis. And Simmons and Rafi collide there as he goes out for a throw-in. Brooks to Simmons. Belfort pushes it forward. Zambassis in an interesting collision there on the far side. And the ref's pulling them aside to talk about it. And they come away without a booking again. Antonucci was in on that play. Matilla. And the Ridgebacks are on the run. And it's broken up quickly. Antonucci with it. Lions with the throw in now. Rafi finds Justin Irwin. Irwin looks for the cross. Gets it to Marquez. Just isn't able to get his full foot on it, or that may have been a goal. Rafi saw me. Perovic. Zukowski pushes it to the far side looking for Walcott. Just a bit short. Walcott finds it anyways. Justin Irwin. Brooks breaks it up. Simmons and Zukowski collide. And Simmons is on the attack again. And Zukowski breaks it up. As we enter the 26th minute of competition here at Vashlis Field. The Ridgebacks are on their heels at the moment. But not for long. As Campoli is taken down. And that'll be a free kick. And it looks like a booking may have been avoided here. It's hard to tell from up here if a yellow came down. But it may have. Free kick awarded to the Ridgebacks. Kick goes wide. Plays it in. And the Lions deal with that one. And Matilda scoops it up. No real threat there. That was a hopeful shot from deep. Begley. Over to Zukowski. Back to Begley. Broken up by Brooks. Irwin. Plays it deep, looking for Campoli. Just a bit short. And that one's on Campoli. As the Lions now get the free kick. Lions. Zimbassis comes away with it. Simmons trying to chase it down. Zukowski runs down to the other side of the field to deal with that one. And the battle for the middle third continues. Ball goes in. Skeeter with the header. And another collision. And they play it quickly. Brooks. Zimbassis was there for it, but didn't quite come away with it. Marquez. Looking for Campoli deep. Plays it off his heel, comes away with it. Gets it in. I believe that's Rafi Sami, and he'll not be happy with that one. Perovic, excuse me. Marquez. And the rain has started again here at Vassos Field. Not quite as strong as it was earlier, but still something to be concerned about. With the game as physical as it is, Simmons. Marquez plays it up to Irwin. Back to Campoli. Campoli loses it out the backhand for a goal kick. And so far, the Ridgebacks have been the aggressors on offense. Most of the goal-scoring chances have come to them, and they've done well to defend the corner kicks that have been threats. Begley, of course, getting them out both times. Zambis. And McIntosh went down there. Marquez. Irwin. Not quite there for it. Brooks puts it through. Simmons on the run. And put away there. But Bagley. We're throwing. Zimbasis. And Matilla plays that one perfectly. And the Lions are still on the hunt. Di Matteo on the far side. And that was certainly the closest thing that we've had to a chance at a goal tonight. Perovic's attempt being the other notable shot on goal. Irwin gets it in just over the head of Zimas and Campoli. And the rain has lightened up. Didn't take too long. Perovic. Antonucci. Rafi saw me with it. Free kick for the Ridgebacks. The ball goes out. Zimas will take that for a goal kick. Rafi loses his footing. Zimbasis charging forward with it. Able to shake Antonucci and Matilla, and Zimbasis collide in the 6-foot range. Matilla comes away with it. Zimbasis has had a few attempts from point blank that just haven't been able to convert yet. As we enter the 35th moment. Let's play. Walcott. Trying to find his way out of this situation, and he does. It's quickly taken back. And Zemos will deal with that one. Skeeter. Skeeter definitely had a chance at that one. That was a scary couple of seconds there for the Lions faithful. Perovic took that hit. Ridgeback free kick incoming. Justin Irwin looks like he's taking this one. Irwin. Kick comes in. No real problem there for the Lions. So I'll go out for a Zmas goal kick. Lions ball. And the Ridgebacks are inching closer towards their attacking third. Ball comes in. Rafisami. Zukovsky. Back to Begley. Ball comes through to Skeeter. Back out to Rafisami. Justin Irwin on the far or near side of the field. Tries to shake his defender. He's able to keep it in. Justin Irwin gets his head on it. Zimbasis is there. And that'll be a free kick. Rafi's involved with it again. Spray comes out, but it doesn't look like a card will come out. Nor should it have. Zimbasis puts it on goal. Matilla deals with it. Launches it downfield. Just about there was Campoli. Antonucci running it down. And the ball goes into the stands. That'll be Lions ball. Ball stuck in. The Ridgebacks come away with it. Irwin. Out to Skeeter. Who's just short of it. Principato on the run. Principato. Simmons. Marquez does well to come away with that. But it's just strong for Campoli. Brooks. To Mua. Irwin with a heel flick. And just out of bounds. We're coming up on halftime. 42nd moment of today's competition, and Simmons goes down. That's a free kick, but that's all. McIntosh. Mua. Brooks. Zimbasis. And just wide of the net as the rain begins to fall again here at Vassal's Field. A bit heavier than last time. Matilla. Simmons. Out to the far side. Dealt with well by Antonucci. Rafi to Walcott. Ball out of bounds. Muya. Perovic. Campoli. On the far side, and it may have just been a bit wide for Walcott as he comes down with it. And a collision inside the 18-yard box. And that's the Lions' ball. As we're coming up to the final seconds of half here. Lions working the far side. Ridgebacks throw in. Bagley will run that down back to Matilla. And that is all for the first half of play as we go into halftime, all tied up with the Ridgebacks and York Lions. We'll be back for the second half.
right.
Shoot. Oh, good ball.
Forehand shooting and she scores! Megan Johnson!
Good ball. Oh, good ball.
And welcome back to the second half here at Vassos Field as the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks men's soccer team is facing off against the national championship hopefuls, the York Lions. As we're all tied up here so far. Zimas gets the ball downfield. Rafisami comes away with it. Zukovsky looking for Skeeter. Well dealt with. The ball goes out for Ridgeback's ball. Campoli looking for it down there. Irwin comes away with it. Ball on the baseline. Looks like that's out for a corner. Campoli will be taking it. Campoli with the strike. In on net, and it was so close. Just wide, and Z-Mass will be happy with that as he can exhale. Z-Mass directing traffic. Wants his players forward. Begley. He's been quite a force defensively this game. Walcott chasing it out. Line set up on the near side. Matilla. Walcott and DiMatteo there. So that's out for a Ridgebacks ball. Muya chasing that down. And Campoli not too far behind. Muya gets it out before Campoli can catch up to him. Ridgebacks working the far side. Irwin loses it. Perovic loses it. Simmons on the run. Corrals it. DiMatteo puts the ball in. Zimbasis is fighting for it. And a big collision there just outside the 18-yard box. Play remains. And Rafi goes down, but he'll be fine. And they may have assigned a yellow for that. Lions. On the far side of the field in front of the Ridgebacks faithful, they're taking a run at it. And another big collision. Rafisami out to Wolcott. And Wolcott thought better of it. Back to Rafi. Out to Irwin, and he's not able to catch up to it. Lions ball on the far side. Zimbasis making a run with it. And he's been the one who's been closest to getting in the goal. A shot on net from Simmons, well dealt with by Matilla. Skeeter. Simmons. Di Matteo. Looking for Principato. Wasn't able to find it. Ridgebacks on the attack now. Campoli. Antonucci. And ball's out for a goal kick for Zimos. Nania comes in for the Ridgebacks. Zimos. Again looking for Di Matteo. Simmons. Walcott breaks it up. Antonucci. Back to Begley. Zukovsky. Good run there made by Nania, but it gets broken up. Zimbasis strikes it right around 19 feet. And it goes high and wide, but just so. Matilla with the goal kick. Simmons with it. Di Matteo. McIntosh. Campoli goes down. Play continues. An interesting shot there. No real problem for Matilla. He'll get the goal kick. Matilla. Irwin. Skeeter has it. Simmons comes away with it. Making a run to Zimbasis. Campoli ruled offside. Well, Ridgeback's bench is going to disagree with that one, but I think that was pretty clear. DiMaria. Marquez. Antonucci. Walcott pushing it up. Skeeter was there, but he wasn't able to get ahead of it. Principato battling for the ball. The battle of number 20 there with Rafasami. Rafi will take the free kick. Burton comes in for the Ridgebacks. Looks like he's spelling Justin Irwin. Walcott looks to get it into the box, just a bit wide. Out for a goal kick, but you got to appreciate the thought on that one. Zimbasis gets it in midfield. And the free kick awarded to the Lions. Lions get the throw in. Zimbasis. Di Matteo. Up to Simmons. Simmons shakes his man. Di Matteo. McIntosh. Marquez working the ball forward just behind Justin Skeeter. Or Isaiah Skeeter, sorry. Ridgebacks win the ball. Campoli chasing it down. And chances so far in the second half have been few and far between, but one may be developing here. Cross comes in. Matilla grabs that one. As we're into the 60th minute of the second contest of today's doubleheader. Jonathan Neal looks like he'll be subbing in for the Ridgeback shortly. Isaiah Skeeter coming off. Nania battling for it over there. Di Matteo. Rafi comes away with it. Antonucci. Begley again is there. Who else? He takes a spill, but he's back up. Ridgeback's on the other side of the field. Nania fighting for it. Campoli is getting his cardio in today. He's everywhere on the field right now. Zimbassis. And he's not afraid to unload from there. He's taken a couple of them tonight. Cross goes in. Matilla gets a mid on it, but it still goes out. The pace of the game has slowed down. Burton battling for it on the far side. Marquez. Campoli. Neal looking for a cross. And he'll take the corner kick for his efforts. Campoli taking the right side corner kick. Cross comes into Begley, who's just not able to get his head on it. Di Matteo gets a bump from Rafisami. Ball comes in to Zimbassis. Simmons. Zimbassis. And Zimbassis gets the first goal of the game to put the York Lions up 1-0 in the 64th minute of competition. And that is huge. I'm not sure if that was screened a little bit, but the ball bounced a bit oddly as it came to the ground and just found its way to the back of the net. Walcott gets it. Marquez. Antonucci. Antonucci. Lions setting up on the far side. Bianchi. Nania with it. Begley. Antonucci. Again puts it in deep, looking for Nania. And Mua puts that one away. Antonucci. In for Neal. Back to Rafi. Bit of a hopeful effort there on that shot. Out for a goal kick. Zimos. looks like that was a Lions ball on the far touchline. That'll come in for a throw-in. Rafi battling for it. They're calling for a free kick. The Ridgebacks will take it. Begley to Antonucci. Antonucci to Walcott. Back to Antonucci. Marquez working the middle. Looking for Nania. Was not there. Zimbasis. Di Matteo. Simmons. Into the middle. That one takes a trip. Ultimately, crisis averted for the Ridgebacks. That goes out for a goal kick. But it certainly feels like the York Lions have picked up the pressure. As we're veering into the 70th moment of today's contest, the Ridgebacks have to be feeling the pressure themselves. Zimbasis. Simmons. Back to Zimbasis. Di Matteo. Principato. Vilfort. And a contested ball here. But that one looks like it'll be a Lions throw-in. Zimbasis again. And he was there for it, but Matilla snatches it. And can the Ridgebacks do anything on the counter? And chance dissipates quickly. Antonucci plays it out to the far side to Burton. Neal. Walcott. Looking long for Campoli. Can he run it down? It's Vilfort who gets there before him. Rafisami. Campoli in front. Not quite able to get it all. looks like Rafasami might be dealing with a cramp. He's been everywhere, so that's definitely understandable. Some good sportsmanship from the Lions there. I believe that is Mbassis. Mbassis and Bagley. Throw comes in. Bagley runs that one down. Antonucci. Walcott. Walcott goes down, and that'll be a free kick for the Ridgebacks. From that distance, they may have a chance to do something with it. Campoli lines up for it. Neal and Rafasami. And they've moved that kick back just slightly. Might be a bit more difficult to do something with it. Neal puts it in, and that's in. Bagley ties it up. 1-1 as the Ridgebacks get their first goal of the season. And they're making sure Rafasami's good right now. Perovic looked like he was ready to check back in, but Rafi waves him off. Walcott. Marquez. Ball comes into the middle. Nania tied up, wasn't able to get it. Makes a run at it. And that'll be a free kick. No real questions about that. Simmons boots the ball out of bounds. Neal finds it. Stays on his feet. Mbassis, the lone goal scorer for the York Lions tonight. And that one was close to in the box, depending on where they call that. And that's a yellow. I believe that was assigned to Zukovsky. And that is just outside the box. Maybe 19 feet. McIntosh lines up for it. And this is a dangerous spot for the Ridgebacks to be in after just tying up the game. And they'll be thinking about that one. That goes just high and a little wide. No real problems for Matilda there. And the Ridgebacks can count themselves lucky to get out of that situation with only a yellow card on Zukowski. Matilda. Principato limping that off. McIntosh plays it to Di Mattia. Di Mattia to Principato. Zimbasis. Neal on the run. Through ball to Campoli, and he's off. And they're saying that was offside. Just barely. York Lions will play that one quickly. Principato racing up the sideline. Nania takes him. Neal. And the physicality of this game has picked up, and the coaches, they're in it. Rafisami. Antonucci. Nania plays it to Campoli. He's onside. Campoli looking for a cross, gets it in. And Mua will just head that one out of bounds. Begley keeps it. Antonucci. Begley gets that out to Wolcott. A brief interaction there between the two goal scorers today. Begley and Zimbasis. As we head into the 80th moment of this game, it's really hard to underscore how big that Begley header is. Justin Irwin checking in for the Ridgebacks. It looks like we have another cramp. Ball comes in. Mateo lines it up. Marquez with a optimistic chance at it. Doesn't quite get all of it. Begley. Neal. Lions looking to get that in on the far side. Neal. Just as big as Begley's goal, he's been a defensive presence tonight. as he gets the Ridgebacks out of trouble once again. Irwin. Nania. Attila will grab that one. Irwin gets the ball deep. I don't think anybody can do anything with that outside of Zemos. Bosses had a shot at it for a second. Campoli trying to make something of that. It looks like Rafi Sami's down with a potentially another cramp. Perovic will come in for Rafi as he comes up and limps off. Of course, Rafi waved off Perovic coming in earlier. Perovic gets a hug from his coach and he's off. Attila directing traffic. Irwin charging up the right-hand side. Antonucci back to Irwin. Skeeter warming up on the sidelines. Looks like he may be coming back in. Latoye waiting to come in for the Lions. Antonucci with it. Begley puts it back to Matilla. Zimbossis with the ball. Charging. And they've really put up a wall around them since that goal. Di Matteo. Principato. Muya. And that's out of bounds on the far side. We are in the 87th moment of today's contest. Latoye coming in for the Lions. Marquez fighting for the ball. Ridgebacks get the throw in. Nania. Off to Neal. Irwin open on the far side and a good sliding tackle will break that up. Ball comes in. Campoli with it. Begley gets a header on it, but it goes out of bounds. Zimbasis. Plays it into the middle for Bianchi, but it goes the other way. Zimos will be happy to deal with that. Irwin. Di Matteo. And it seems like Isaiah Skeeter will be coming in for Neal. Di Matteo. McIntosh. Looking for Zimbasis, but just a bit wide. And I think that looking to call that one a corner kick. And the referees are saying that Matilla didn't get any of that. And a yellow is assigned for that. Begley looking for Skeeter. Marquez. Campoli trying to chase that one down. He might get there for it. And he's taken down in the box. I'm flabbergasted that nothing came of that. Campoli goes down hard around 7 yards and nothing gets called. And another call, and this time they're calling it on Justin Irwin goes down. Complete breakdown defensively by the York Lions. Campoli coming in to take the penalty. It doesn't get any bigger than this at the end of the game. 80 plus minutes in. 2 possible penalties. One of them was called. And you have your Canadian Premier League drafted player on the line for the shot. Campoli puts it in the back of the net for the second Ridgeback goal of the night to go up 2-1 late in today's game. Jubilation from the Ridgebacks, and who can blame them? One penalty around 7 yards out, another finally gets called in the box, and Justin Irwin. Campoli's got his shirt off, and ref's talking to him about it. And he gets a yellow card. For all the yellows that have been assessed tonight, that might be the most well-earned. I'm sure Campoli will take that. As we're in the 90th minute. And the Ridgebacks come away with a huge home opener win against the York Lions, 2-1. They'll be heading to Toronto on September 30th to once again face the York Lions. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us. This doubleheader has been great, and it's great to have fans back here at Vastos Field. I'm Sean McLeod signing off for now. I'll see you next time.